boinky boinky boink 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 boinky boinky boink boink. Hey, I was watching some documentary on Drake and Josh, and I was like, man, this is so me and AJ. It's like you gotta pretend like you're friends for like all this time every week in public, and then behind the scenes you just secretly despise each other. And then
who does that remind you of?
And then I'm gonna get married and not invite you to my wedding.
Fuck you! I'm gonna be your best man.
Oh no!
You have no other friends than me.
I mean, you're not wrong. I was just gonna, you know, give the ring to Tornado and see what happens. I was gonna roll the
dice. You want to go back to talking about milk?
Milk. No,
no, Brian. Really. Listen, before we get the show started, Brian.
Sure.
I just want to let you know that I love doing this, and I love you, and I love the cats, and I love everything. Let's do this.
Let's go. This is PSVR GamesCast Live, where we film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and 2 Wise Friday. Right here on YouTube, we do it live, 6 p.m. Eastern, for your viewing pleasure. But we also care oh so very much about your oral pleasure. That's why we put this thing up on podcast services of your choice. My name is Bryan Pop, on this channel right here with Parole. And the gentleman over here to my left, you're right, it's AJ from The Underground, PSVR Underground.
What is up, Brian? What is up, Game Cat? I was like really far from the mic. I was leaning back. Happy Monday. And Mondays usually suck, but fuck that shit, Brian, because we are here to ensure their Monday sucks. Just a little less. Did you have a good weekend, Brian?
No. You know how I leave my apartment all the time, AJ, and to go do fun stuff with other people? Like, that's kind of like my whole thing, is that I'm super social and I'm constantly leaving my apartment. You know how that's not what I do at all? Well, somebody finally convinced me to leave and go to like my sister-in-law's birthday. And my Jeep broke down on the side of the road and AAA didn't show up for 4 hours.
Oh.
And my Jeep, but the current status of said Jeep, in question. We have no idea. So how was my weekend, AJ? Fuck you. How was your weekend? Go ahead. Tell me how great it was.
Thank you so much, Brian, for asking, because I had a great weekend.
Of course. I mean, I know you didn't ask to hear about my weekend. You asked, so I would ask you about yours. We know this.
No, no, you had me actually confused when you're like, you know how I go out all the time and everything? And I was like, is that a thing now? And then you're like, and then I heard you at the end say, yeah, like that, none of that was true. And I was like, okay, now it all makes sense. now I'm back. Now you've got me again. Yep. But no, man, I had a pretty good weekend. Saturday, I ordered a dumpster to my house. I called the dumpster man, which I don't know if that's offensive or not to call them that. But
I would appreciate you not calling my cum dumpster a dumpster man.
Oh my God.
Anyways, we were all thinking it.
I don't think anyone else was, Brian.
Just me.
Just you. But that's why I love you. But no, and I threw out a bunch of shit for my house. I spent like all day. It was hard as hell. I was just dragging all this crap that roommates, exes, friends, whoever, just, my mom leaving stuff here that I'm like, I didn't ask for this. I love you, Mom.
Mom doesn't watch this. Your
she
mom
does
doesn't watch this. Okay.
She watches my show. She watches GamesCast without Brian.
Yeah. Most people. That's how most people get their PSVR news. To be honest with you,
AJ. But no, I put on some. I was thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna put on some metal and like smash everything. And actually, no, like I put on some classical music. And it was like really peaceful, nice classical music. And
then I smashed everything.
And then I smashed everything. And it was, let me tell you, throwing shit out and classical music go together like wine and cheese, Brian.
Yeah.
Wine and cheese. Yeah, it's a great pairing. And then Sunday, I went hiking as usual. It rained a lot though, and then there was like nobody there, so like all the animals. So it was just like me and the woods and animals everywhere. So I couldn't ask for a better weekend, Brian. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that.
Oh, and I played Reach. I played more Reach. Yeah. I like the game. I think it's good to very good. And I've been enjoying it. Although I would definitely say that the monotony of it is starting to get to me a little bit. Like I can imagine if you're just playing it from start to finish, it's just like, oh, it gets very repetitive. But I like what it does a lot. I just wish it was less repetitive at this point. But I think the game is awesome. I think it's like Tomb Raider-ish, a little Uncharted-ish. I just wish they mixed up the pacing a little bit more and less puzzle out room after puzzle room after puzzle room. But overall, like I think it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with you. I mean, like I do think it does a lot of good things. I just, I think pacing and level design were my two biggest complaints. And so, it's been actually really nice to see people who are like either like Brian, I completely agree with you, or people who are like, well, I think I like it more than Brian does. However, I definitely see where you're coming from, right? I think that the conversation about it, at least over here, has been really it's been a good conversation. It's been people being very open and honest, and not being like, I always get concerned when people are just like, oh, this is the worst thing ever, this is a piece of shit. I was like, well, I didn't think that. I gave it a 6 out of 10. That's a decent score. And then people are like, this is the best game ever. Well, like, no, there's no chance in hell this is the best game ever. So
it maybe would make my top 25. I gotta wait till I finish it though. But yeah, anybody that's like really trashing this game, like just hasn't played it and they're just dogpiling on it. But yeah, there's like a lot of issues that I think are fair to criticize or whatever. But man, it is nice to finally get a game where it doesn't have like the best special effects, but it has a lot. So like I kind of appreciate that quantity of special effects, even though it's not the highest quality. There's so many games where I just lack special effects and cinematic moments, and I'm like, this game, it's not, like I said, the best at it, but I just like that it does this a lot.
Sure. Yep. Well, keep me posted on your thoughts on this, AJ. My thoughts were all over the place as I went through it, and curious to hear how yours evolve as you get closer to the end. I've been watching some Wallace and Gromit, AJ.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I get a little bit nervous, man. Like Wallace and Gromit is coming out on PSVR2 tomorrow, right? The Grand Getaway, I think is the title of it. Cute little Wallace and Gromit experience. And I was like, man, I don't feel qualified to talk about this, right? Because I wasn't like really familiar with the show, and I thought that was probably a problem. And so I started watching. I conferred with some British friends, and we like, tell me which ones to watch. And as I was watching through, I think it was called the Wrong Trousers, and
oh yeah, the robot trousers one.
Yeah, and the whatever one after that, it was. So I watched 2 in a row, and I really enjoyed it. But as I was watching it, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I've fucking seen these before, right? And I was like, so I guess it's just been a little bit since I had seen them, and it triggered some memories, and I was like, oh man, I really do like these characters in this world and this animation, and so good. And so I had a really good time watching the show in preparation for the launch tomorrow. I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up playing the game
tomorrow.
Tonight.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna wrap up playing the game tonight, and then listen, because if it ends up being, the Quest version, they basically say it's about 90 minutes long. So if the PSVR2 version is the exact same game, well,
thank God.
Yeah, right. Then I'll be able to wrap it up pretty quickly. And there's no point in me doing like a 7-minute review of a 90-minute game, right? That's way too much footage of the game. So I think this is the perfect example of like, hey, this is going to be, less than $15, and it's only going to be 90 minutes long. And so I think this is a perfect candidate for a Bryan bite. So I will have that ready for you guys at some point tomorrow. And I think that's when embargo is up. I don't think there's any specific time. It's just like, whenever tomorrow rolls around. So, stay tuned.
Cool.
I like Wallace and Gromit. It's a good thing.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a very memorable show. At the least I remember liking it, but I haven't seen it in probably over 20 years, if not like 20 years, something. It's like, I remember that episode. I remember 2 episodes in particular, probably the only ones I watched, which was the trousers one with the robot trousers. As soon as you said it, I knew exactly what it was. And then the one where they go to the moon, and the moon is like cheese, and he's like, I don't like cheese. But yeah, I'm excited to jump into this game because the claymation. Is it claymation? Is it puppet animated or whatever?
Yeah, it's claymation.
Yeah, that's sick. That right there. I'm like sold. Like, I will jump into it. Obviously, it's a well-known series and everything. But I'm like, yeah, claymation. I will absolutely. I can't believe we got 2 claymation VR games this year. That is surprising.
Guess which one's the better one?
I don't know.
Moving on. We'll talk about this tomorrow. And of course, we also have Trenches coming this week as well, which is
yes.
I'm excited to play some horror stuff in VR, but especially new horror stuff, right? Something that's all new. No idea what to expect. However, no keys yet. So stay tuned for that one. I did say that maybe, depending on, the workload is starting to pile up. The games are starting to pile up. It's getting really out of control. And if you knew what me and AJ knew, then you'd be sweating bullets based on the number of games that are actually coming compared to the ones that we've announced or that have been announced. So make sure you're wearing the right trousers, and we'll have a fun.
Just take them off. You don't need pants. Your pants won't survive this. Just wear your birthday suit. That
totally works. I will not be wearing my birthday suit, however, though, because I do think in order to cover some of these games properly, I got to bring the live streams back. I think Trenches might just be, hey, we got review keys on launch day. Like, I'm just going to play it for an hour and be like, here we go, guys. So I think that's how that's going to happen. Probably won't be a Bryan bite or a review. Hey, you just got to roll with the punches, man. I would hate to spend 3 days reviewing Trenches only to not review a bigger game that's coming out.
Yeah. I got really excited hearing you and Wes talk about Trenches last West Day, and he was kind of comparing it to Dread Halls. I've been like, Dread Halls tortured me for years. It was picked almost like every Saturday Night live stream, but I still really like the game, even if it caused me psychological harm. And this is like, when Cosmo Dread came out, it's like, it is what it is, but I was like, really, it left left a void there for me where I was like, I really need like a new run for your life simulator game. So obviously the demo didn't really let you get to play much, but I listened carefully to what Wes was saying, and everything I've seen from this looks very close to like, a 1-level procedurally generated, randomly generated Dread Halls. So I am very much looking forward to this, also for spooky season.
I hope the VR version of this works out because I was looking into Steel Krill's development past, and they've got a Backrooms game, and I was like, there's a ton of crappy Backrooms games out there, but like if they know what they're doing over there, then maybe they could bring this Backrooms game to PSVR2. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. AJ, we're gonna knock out a tip or two here, but starting with, you ready for this? Comic book guy and his £5 from, that's right, Friday's show. He tipped right before we ended the show, and I feel really bad because I want to make sure that if you tip on the show, that we fucking. Wait a minute. Did he just tip while I was doing with the same tip? I should have read your tip earlier. I didn't want this to happen. He says on Friday, he said trying to get the platinum in Moss, but the only trophy I need is Protector of the Realm, which is a pain to get. LOL. And then he follows that up saying with another 5 quid, saying getting the Protector of the Realm trophy, I think it's called that, in Moss is so hard. It's the last trophy I need for the platinum. LOL. Oh man, thank you for your generosity. I thought I was doing something amazing by like remembering to read a tip from Friday's show, and he was like, "I got you, I got you." God damn.
Too funny. I wonder what the Protector of the. I have the Moss
trophies.
I have the Moss Book 1 trophy. Is he talking about Moss Book 1? So. I wonder if the trophy is you have to beat the game without dying, which I cheated because I saved, and then at the final boss, I died multiple times and just deleted it and reload my save. But I went through the entire game without dying until the final boss. That part is really challenging. Could you imagine just like doing that over and over and just dying at the end boss every day? Oh my gosh. That's like some Ninja Gaiden torture shit right there. NES Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I mean, listen, some trophies are just ridiculous. It's like, you know, I if there are workarounds, then you got to go for it.
Which, while I mentioned Ninja Gaiden, I think the creator just passed, didn't he? Tomonobu Itagaki. Shout out to you, sir. He was with, I listened to a little bit of Sacred Symbols and just that segment, and he was part of Tecmo, which before they were Koei Tecmo, and then they helped form Ninja Theory. So he's like one of the founders of Ninja Theory. As a big fan of Ninja Gaiden growing up on NES 1 and 2, you know, those games meant a lot to me and were, you know, kind of shaped me into the masochistic gamer I am today. What part of the reason I like playing games on like hard is because, you know, I grew up playing games like that. And he had a wonderful, beautiful kind of thing that he wrote before he passed. That was awesome. Just like very inspiring and super cool. So definitely, since I just happened to mention Ninja Gaiden, want to give some love to him and all the Ninja Gaiden fans out there. Thank you, sir.
GameCast, specifically White Tiger with the Canadian $2 tip, says first moments with Potboy is quite touching as a dad. I can see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For me, he was kind of like a silly puppy.
I mean, he was very puppy-like.
Yeah.
Right? But I guess that's, you know, kids act that way too. They're going to follow you around and just want to be around you and stuff. I guess. I don't know.
Gather round, Bort One. Let me show you the pot boy.
Yeah. We also got a tip from GameCast, specifically White Tiger. Canadian $2 says AJ need guidance which epic roller coaster add-ons to buy. Wait a minute, did you not ever make that video?
I plead the fifth. Okay, so here's the thing. Out of the like 5 or 6 videos I was working on, I made one of them. I still have the scripts for lots of other ones, but last Thursday, I did my 99th episode. So here on GamesCast, I am happy to announce to the world, Bryan, that the 100th episode will in fact be the Epic Roller Coaster tier list or ranking DLC highest recommendations, something. Maybe I could do a tier list, like, because people really liked your Walkabout Mini Golf with Miles. And I will go through, I'll do a tier list. I will try to, at least with the DLC, and tell you which ones to get. So that episode is going to be interesting. I got to think of something special. Only have a couple days, obviously, to figure it out. But Epic Roller Coaster is part of that. Yeah. No, I didn't make the video yet. I'm sorry. I've been very busy.
Man, I've been looking forward to the 100th episode of GamesCast without Bryan for so long. And man, I'm shedding a tear because it's a tier list for Epic roller coasters.
Oh my gosh! Just tell me you want to join, Brian. I'll have you as a surprise guest. Okay.
I actually have no desire to be there for an epic roller coaster tier list.
I know. Stop guilt tripping me. I'll have you as a surprise guest. It's okay.
You want to talk about horror games and horror movies and stuff like that? If I can sign me up, but
I'll probably just talk about anything. Probably just do anything. Like right. I got to get the epic roller coaster thing in there, but I'll probably just talk about whatever for some time.
Cool. Kill Artist 1, Dreamweaver Game Cat with a $10 tip says, Brian, I'm almost finished with the Nightmare on Elm Street documentary that I never knew existed until I heard you talk about it. That must have been during Wednesday's show where we had nothing else to talk about. And I talked about a lot of stuff that had nothing to do with PSVR2. But man, it was fun because I love talking about that kind of stuff. For anyone who doesn't know, it's called Never Sleep Again. I think it's on it. It's on Amazon, but it's like 10 years old, so it should be like cheap. Again, even if it's like $10 or $15 or something, it's 4 hours long. You're getting your money's worth, and it's really good. Heather Langenkamp narrates the whole thing. It's really good. Anyway, he says it's so good. Going to have to marathon the movies now. That's how I felt when I finished rewatching it. I definitely want to. I've even got a little bit more appreciation for Nightmare 2, which everyone kind of considers the black sheep of the movie franchise. So maybe I'll do that to celebrate Halloween approaching. Good stuff.
What up, Kill Artist?
What up, Killer? I want to talk to Samson143VR with a $5 tip. Says, happy MonJay. Just want to shout out Masternoid. Been hooked. Good stuff. That's a random shout out, but I like it.
Masternoid's a fun little bite-sized game. If you like Brick Breakers, I liked it.
Yeah, me too. It's also I mean, obviously it's a very simple looking game, but man, it shines in the headset. The particle effects are great. Resolution and frame rate are just through the roof. Like, I mean, it's just crystal clear. Everything you'd expect from this, but it's really appreciated. And the audio design's good too. Thanks for all the support, you guys. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, man. First news story of the day. Is this the first news story of the day? What the hell? We're 20 minutes in.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Shocker. Vertigo added native B-Haptic support for 3 PSVR2 games, including Metro Awakening, Arizona Sunshine Remake, and Arizona Sunshine 2. AJ, I heard that maybe you've been testing these out.
I had about 15, 20 minutes. But as soon as I saw this news, shout out Looper, by the way, who posted this in the Discord. This made me very excited. And I was like, if I did, this was before I knew that there was like some other news to talk about. I was like, I can at least talk about this and play some of this and test it out. Yeah. So I tested out just a little bit, and I tested Metro Awakening and Arizona Sunshine Remake. And it is sweet, man. This makes me so happy that they are still adding B-Haptic support to games, native B-Haptic support, especially, during such a troubling time in the games industry. It is awesome. And I tested out Metro first, where I jumped in. I battled some of those creatures, whatever they're called. I can't remember. The really fast ones, really fast ones. You know what I'm talking about. And I let them hit me from the front. It affected the front. I let them hit me from the back. It affected me in the back. So it is definitely directional haptics integration. Also, like when you shoot your guns, a couple things I really wanted to try out. The part in the very beginning, Brian, where you use the turret to like just mow down. Like,
you played Metroid? Is that what I heard?
Metro.
Oh, sure, the turret in Metroid. Listen. I got to cap that one in my attention. I'm totally paying it. I promise.
Listen, I forgive you. Give Tornado all the loves. But anyways, I really wanted to try out the part where you have like the turret. I wanted to see how far the integration goes. And here's the thing: is that Metro, I think, is amazing. I think is like such an immersive game. It's so well executed in terms of like, this is why you would want to play a game like this in VR, because it's so built just to be like immersion, or so immersive. And having the haptics vest with it now is just next level. I mean, I think the haptics vest is just one of the most next level accessories you can have for gaming. It's so high level. It's like people aren't even ready for this shit. But it's like, what a time to be alive, to be a VR gamer. It's amazing. If you're like a super big VR enthusiast, you mostly play VR, you play a lot. Like, I cannot recommend a Haptics Fest enough. It is, and the fact that it's on a PlayStation console, Brian, is mind-boggling to me. Like, that it's just something that is that accessible.
Metroid came to PlayStation. That's fucking awesome.
I hate you so much. The other game I played is Arizona Sunshine Remake, and that was really cool. I did the Horde mode, which, by the way, they added a couple levels to the Horde modes that I forgot that they did. There's like 4 levels now, which is pretty cool. They added like the mines and something else. I think when we played, it was only 1 level, right? Or was there 2?
I think it might have just been the trailer park. Yeah,
it was okay. Is that right? But I know they've added some at the very least. There may have been the first 2 levels, but anyways, it's not important. But these, I let so I really wanted to, with the limited time I had, obviously, I wanted to test out, see like how well this was integrated. And they did a good job, man. The zombies, excuse me, hold on. The zombies, they swiped me from the front.
They swipe you from the front. They swipe you from the back.
The back. And then, but Brian, can you guess where else they swiped me?
Did they tickle your balls?
Whoa, Brian. What? This is a kid's show. I let them hit me on the right side, and I let them hit me on the left side. Felt it on my right rib cage, left rib cage. They did a really good job at this. And obviously, like, when you're cocking the gun, you're firing it, you feel a little vibration in the chest muscle. So again, didn't get to like thoroughly test it to see like throughout the game if there's any special moments, things that happen. But as far as just the core integration goes, they did a really good job on this, and I am very happy about it.
Cool. So that brings the grand total, I think, of B-Haptic's native supportedly, that's a word, up to 20-ish or so on PSVR2. Do we know that?
That's awesome. If so, there's more than it seems. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, these weren't like the most fine-tuned haptics for these, but they were really good. They were really, really good and definitely enhanced the immersion, especially with Metro, man. Like, that game is already crazy immersive. And so, yeah, this is nice. Love it. Give me more. Next we need No Man's Sky and Gran Turismo, and I think they should even integrate this for flat screen games.
Sweet. I will give you my opinion on this when I take it out of the box. It'll be great. I promise it'll be great. Thanks for testing it out, AJ. That's fantastic. We got Miles in the chat who sent 10 without parole gift memberships. Thank you very much, Miles. That's very, very generous of you. And this whole chat is turning green before our eyes. We also got Ben L, the ghost cat with the $2 tip, says, what's the best place to get a B-Haptic vest?
From their website. Wait a month and get one from their website or from Amazon. Because I'm sure there's going to be some Black Friday sales.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Now let's try in the game feline with the $5 tip. Says, happy MonJay. I made it to the Retronika leaderboards. Best cheap game in a long while. Yeah,
agreed.
Man, I had a lot of fun with that one.
I only played that for about 10, 20 minutes as well.
Oh.
Probably like 20 minutes. But it was cool. It is like, yeah, it definitely feels like kind of a cheaper game, but a well-made cheap game. And, anytime you put me on a hover bike or something, hover motorcycle, I'm like, yes, I'm game with this.
Yeah, give some more time, man, because I was a little bit concerned during the first, half hour or so that it was slow, and not very challenging. Yeah. Man, fast forward a couple hours and my opinion on that changed radically.
I saw there was like 50 levels and there was like customization. I was really surprised they actually had like some like actual like licensed. Well, I guess they're kind of memes and that are like altered. So, but yeah, there's customization for the bike and everything. I was like, oh, this is well made. Yeah, not bad. Like it didn't blow me away, obviously, but yeah, for just a cheap game, like it's not that expensive. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Yep. Enjoying this one. I'm actually trying to figure out how I'm going to cover it because, obviously it's a cheap game, but like I have way too much to say about it in a video that, for a Bryan bite. I don't think 2 minutes is going to sell this one the way that I'd like to, because I want to kind of jump up and down and be like, it's a lot of fun. It's really challenging. Blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Look what you can do. And the current script is about 7 minutes long, which is way too long for the game, and more work than I have time to allow for something like this. But I will get something out about this game soon. And I'm trying to figure out also if I should beat the last 10 levels before I review it. But I don't think my feelings on it is going to change. So we'll see what happens. Yes, Nihilus Ryan, there's boss fights. That's it. I mean, listen, if anybody ever wants to make a game and make sure that I enjoy it, get some boss fights in there. Because if I get 90% of the way through the game and I'm like, there hasn't been a goddamn boss fight yet, you know that's going to knock a point or two off my score. Where are the boss fights, AJ? How come everybody took away boss fights? Let's bring back boss fights. Yeah. Jason RS says, if it's good, please do a full review. If it's okay to buy on discount, do a Bryan bite. The thing is like I have games like Space Stalker VR that is absolutely going to be a Bryan bite. It's going to be a 2 to 3 minute video, and that's 3 out of 3 pods. Like that is a game that I'm like, I think you should definitely fucking pick up, especially if it sounds interesting to you at all. So I don't want Bryan bites just to be for like the just smaller games, just games I'm like kind of so on. It's going to be a mix. I don't want people to see Bryan bite and automatically go, no, I guess I'll skip this one. It's like, no, some of those are going to be really good. But I appreciate the input, Jason. All right, AJ, we have some new information. We have a lot of information about a lot of games coming up. So let's knock these out one at a time.
Okay.
First one being in regards to upcoming, not at all Mega Man style shooter. Or maybe it is Mega Man style, depending on how the developer's feeling that day. System Critical 3. He's doing the Zero Caliber thing, man. He's saying if he gets 1,000 wish lists, it'll be $27.
Ooh,
I know. Well, he's
for
already
System Critical.
He's already checked off the 1,000 wish list mark, which I can't, for the life of me, believe is true. So anyway, but yeah, if we get to 5,000 wish lists, which Zero Caliber struggled to get to, they just crossed. I think they're crossing the 6,000 wish list threshold. He's going to release it for $25. 10,000 wish lists will be $20, and then 20,000 wish lists will be $15. And as I said in our news channel over on Discord, I guess this is going to be a $27 game.
We said $20 was too much for the last one.
We did,
but that being said, this game does look better. From the trailers that I've seen, it does look a little bit better. But I gotta wait and see with this one because like the quality of the game of System Critical 2 is just not there. Like,
I thought System Critical 2 would have been for the way it launched on PSVR2 would have been a great $5 game, $6, $7 game, right? It's got a platinum trophy you can go for. It's got some repetitive gameplay, and the bosses weren't like impressive, sadly, right? It was really easy to kind of just get your way through the game.
You just sidestep and shoot, and yeah,
right. So like, and with all that in mind, right? If this is a massive improvement on the original, then maybe $15 be appropriate this time. But I think it's hard to say, oh, it was 20 for the last game, so we're going to go up to 30 for this one. We'll see what happens.
I respect the hustle, but come on, dude, we're smarter than that.
Yeah, and listen, we've done Nihilus as easy platinum. Yeah, exactly. So listen, we're very, very fond here of small dev teams, single person dev teams. We play games from people that do it
also
on their
humble dev teams
all the time. And man, like, we've got nothing but we wish them nothing but the best of luck. We hope that nothing but success, because we've seen what happens right? We've seen what happens when very, very small dev teams have successes. Arcanage wouldn't be here without Shadow Legends, without Mervils, and it all started with 2 people. And it's still a really small studio.
Yeah, and this game has some good things in it, but it just overall is just rough. But yeah, this one, from what I've seen from these trailers or whatever, it looks better, but I'm not going to be sold until I actually play it.
Yeah, same. And it sounds like we're being critical of a game that we haven't played yet. I'm reserving all judgment for this until I've played it. And it's, like you said, it looks like it is much better. I think, dude, I had so many problems with the environments of System Critical 2. Like all the environments looked like they were wrapped in like Christmas wrapping paper, right? It did. It had these repetitive textures to the point where I was like, is this Christmas themed? But no, it was just like the way that wrapped everything in the same texture. And this doesn't look like that.
It was like AAA 1998 PC graphics. No, not even.
I mean,
no, I thought I don't know. It looked okay, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So listen, the best I can hope for. Again, listen, I think Zero Caliber, like I said, struggled to get to 6,000 wish lists, and that is in the most popular genre of gaming, modern military shooters that we've got right now. And so I don't see this one making its next milestone. I have trouble believing that it's already at this milestone. And I understand, like you said, the hustle. I understand the way that this can help a marketing campaign. But also this game is also dead in the water if it releases at $30 or $27 or $25.
$20. Like it needs to be like $5-10, which dude, the dude said he just does this because he has a passion for it. So respect to that. So yeah. Have fun.
All right. We also got an update on dude, this is an interesting one. This is from the developers who did Blacktop Hoops. And hold on a second. Let me bring up this image here. Maybe we just read it. Thank you everybody, by the way, who helps track this news and stuff down on the PSVR news channel on our Discord. So this is apparently from a DM from the Blacktop Hoop developers. Say, hey guys, hope you're doing well. We've been waiting for some more information back from Sony and some of our other ventures before we made a proper statement regarding Blacktop Hoops. We understand your concern and we're sorry that we've been so silent the past couple of months. Right now, Blacktop Hoops is in maintenance mode until we can get more resources. Thanks to the success of Rough Knots, their other game, our team is quickly growing again, but as of right now, we do not have the capacity to work on features updates for Blacktop Hoops. We hope this will change soon. On the topic of the PSVR release, this release was not intentional. Raise your hand if you're surprised, AJ. We are currently reaching out to Sony to have it removed from the store.
So did I miss something here? Why the radio silence? Why do you come out later and say it wasn't supposed to be released instead of at launch when you talked about it? And something is, it could be the case, but to me, it's kind of suspicious when it's like when they why would you release it and then wait? Like, how long has it been? It's been out for like a month, right?
It's been a while. Sorry, Ben and Julia. They got mad at me for saying it's been a while too much. Sorry.
Did you not know it was out for like a month?
So, I mean, listen, the possibilities of here what happened are endless, right? The number of times that we have seen developers go, oh, shit, yeah, no, our game is out. We didn't realize that happened with Genotype. That happened with Ultra Wings 2. It happened with other games. This one was on the PlayStation Store saying September 2025 for a very long time. And then the last week of September rolled around and we're like, still no release date? It's probably not coming out. And they probably didn't think it was coming out either. And then it did. So, I'm sure they were surprised. And I'm sure it's not as simple as clicking a button to take it off the PlayStation Store. And I think if it had launched and there were no complaints, they'd be like, well, it's fine. We'll just leave it until we have a chance to circle back from Rough Knots and work on this game. But there were complaints. There's a broken trophy and there's no smooth turning, which, is a deal breaker for some people. But honestly, man, I played enough of this to go, I'm enjoying this a lot. It feels very, very polished. It feels a little expensive for what it is, but like it's got a full single player campaign and a lot of different courts and support for up to 3v3 multiplayer games, which as far as I'm concerned, I still haven't found fucking 5 other people to play with. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a lot of content. And that's worth keeping it on the store and just saying, listen, guys, we desperately want to get back to this. We want to make all the fixes that you want us to make, but we're working on our other game right now. I don't see any reason for them to take it off the store.
Yeah, maybe that is just what happened. Maybe it's just a really bizarre situation and they were focused on their other game and didn't know that this was released or something. I don't know how you don't know that, but I don't know. I didn't pick it up because I just haven't yet.
Listen, it's
a stealth dropped out of nowhere, and we were busy with like 20 other things. So
it's stealth drop for them, stealth drop for us. Yeah, the develop for people that I was able to get in touch with, last year, suddenly I was no longer able to get in touch with. I emailed them and got no response. In fact, my emails all get sent back to me undeliverable. So I don't think things are great over there. They might not have an office anymore. They may not have, they obviously don't have the, what's it called? Working email addresses from their website anymore. So
domain.
They've let that expire, it seems like. So there's a lot of stuff going on. The sad thing is it's a good game and it feels good to play. It's fun to play. And it's the only basketball game we have on PSVR2. And fortunately, it's a good one. So part of me kind of wants to reach out to him and be like, don't take it off the store. Yes, there's a trophy bug and there's no smooth turning, but how much else is really broken here? And maybe people know more because they played more than me. And if that's the case, please let us know. Ghostface Gamercast says stealth dropped at $40. Was it 40? I thought it was 35. I paid for it. I should know. But still, it's expensive. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like 30, I feel like 25 or 30 would have been a better price for this USD, but again, it's the only option we have for basketball, so I kind of understand them taking advantage of that. Mm-hmm. Old Darth says if any game should stealth drop, it should be Thief. Dude, Thief keeps falling off my radar completely, as if it doesn't exist. Like how is it the end of October and we don't have a release date for a game that's coming out in 2025? We'll see.
I feel like that's got to be coming pretty soon.
It's got to be. I just hope it's not this month or next month because we got a lot going on. Yep. What else we got here? We did get an update from the team over at Costello. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah,
yeah. About Of Lies and Rain. Let's see. I think I've got that up on here too. I'm just bringing up all sorts of images today. No, I don't have this one. It's a shame. Here, you know what? I'll just read it off my phone. How about that? Super professional episode today, guys. As always. Super professional. All right. This is a quick one, but they said, hey, everyone. We're thrilled to announce that the final version of Lies and Rain will be released November 4th, 9 a.m. Pacific on Steam, Meta, and PSVR2. And they went on to say, hey, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to get everything in place and fixed and whatever, blah, 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 but they did. And so there were a lot of questions, even though they announced the release date a little while ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago on the channel. We announced that the release date would be November 4th for Lies and Rain. But there were a lot of questions from the cats saying, so the Quest version's in beta, the Steam version's in beta or early access, right? Is the PlayStation VR2 version going to drop also in some kind of early access? And so this is our confirmation, AJ, that this should be a nice little polished, finished game. And AJ, I do also want to say that you got to respect developers like this. This release reminds me so much of the Arcanage release. not breaking any embargoes, but the fact that they get review keys out so far ahead of time, polishing up bugs within the first week of that. These are people who are confident with their launch and confident with their game and know that they put the time and effort in, and they're not trying, not getting review keys out a day or two before the game comes out. They're letting people take their time with this game and play through it at their leisure, the way that we should always be able to.
Yeah, they have been very professional about this, so lots of respect there. And yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking forward to playing Redacted.
Wallace and Gromit?
Also Redacted.
Oh, damn. Shit.
No, I'm looking forward to this for sure. It'll be interesting. And yeah, I think they've done a wonderful job with their messaging and everything. So I hope the full product turns out to be, pretty bigger than you would expect from a very small indie studio, which the demo is very promising.
Yeah, the demo is what, like, if you take your time and go through it and find all the cubes and explore all the rooms that you and I didn't know you could even get into, the chalkboards in the dorm room and stuff.
No comment.
Yeah, like, I mean, easily, it's like an hour long minimum. It's like maybe an hour and a half. I feel like they gave us a lot of game there in the demo. And so, if you're still unsure about this one, go play the demo. This thing's running 90 native on the base PS5. It's running 120 native on the PS5 Pro. And it looks great. They're using eye track DFR. I mean, they obviously talked to Vitruvius because they got this thing looking great. Moving on. We'll do one more news story, then we'll get back to the tips.
Okay.
This is the teaser for Nells Diner, the new map in Phasmophobia. And I got to say, AJ, I'm so happy with this. I am so happy with the look of this. I know that the frame rate's really been tanking lately. They keep doing these updates to like Bleasdale Farmhouse and Grafton Farmhouse, and the frame rate just kind of sucks now. But I was so happy to see this because it's a very different looking area. So many of the places we have are houses, residences, right? And to have something that seems as compact as one of those houses, right? Not as big and sprawling like the asylum, not big and sprawling like the school, and have it be a much different location like this. This just makes me so happy. This is what I'm hoping for. I want to see more stuff like this where it's just, hey, here's a new haunted location for you, and it's something that is completely different from everything else you've seen in the game.
It looks awesome. Definitely. I'm definitely down with this one. Haunted Diner, let's go. I wish it was a Waffle House, but that's okay.
Oh, is it Nell's Diner or Mel's Diner? Now I don't fucking know. You guys in the chat making me self-conscious.
Let me put me in the haunted Waffle House, Brian. Let's do this.
Dude, we had a chance, man. We had a chance. Remember Pancake House on PSVR 1?
No.
You don't remember Pancake House on PSVR 1? It was an aim-enabled... Oh, guess what? I know what next week's 20 Questions game is going to be.
Oh, my goodness.
But you have a whole week to go play it and learn about it. Yeah. I have a feeling when I was reviewing Pancake House, you were like, don't do this to yourself. Why are you doing this?
It just popped back in my head. I remember it now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because you reviewed it. That's the only reason I know.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad I did something good in this life. All right, what do we got? We got Izzard with the level 1 membership saying, what's with these games with no shadows at all? I think he's referring to System Critical. It does stand out quite a bit when you have games with no dynamic shadows or even any shadows.
Lighting.
Yeah. So heard, Izzard. Heard. We also got Scott, the PSVR Game Cap for Life with the level 1 membership, says, not VR, but I can't wait for the Goonies Lego set. Dude, I've never been into Legos at all because you like Star Wars and stuff that I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm tangentially interested to a small degree. But man, the Goonies Lego set, that sounds awesome. Where did AJ go?
I'm here. It's fine. I don't mess with Legos, but that is cool.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen, I've never bought a Lego set in my life, but I absolutely would consider it. Anyway, Nell's Diner coming November 11th. I need to get back into Phasmo before that. I need to play some of this Halloween event that's going on, and I need to prep for the launch of Nell's Diner.
Oh, we need. Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna be busy on Halloween, but we need to try and get that 4-player Phasmo going. When does this come out? I'm sorry.
November 11th.
Oh, it's in November. Oh man.
Dude, I want every game to get delayed till January. I want every DLC to get delayed till January. I feel like that's gonna be the first time I'll have a chance to breathe and actually like cover stuff like this. But
yeah, I would have liked to stream this with you and Wes and Miles.
We can still do it. And I'm really sad because
we'll keep Halloween alive. We'll keep
right.
Yeah.
We did lose some of the footage I've been wanting to do a supercut of our last 4-player Phasmo stream, but we lost some of the footage from it, and I'm bummed. But fortunately we have an infinite amount of time to play more Phasmo and capture more footage and have even more fun. And so
next Halloween, start the timer.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what my plans are for Halloween yet. I don't know what your plans are for Halloween. We should probably converse with the crew and figure out what's going on, because listen, if anybody's around on Halloween night doing a 4-player Phasmo stream on Halloween night would be amazing. I think that'd be a great
last year I think I was the only one that streamed. It is now I passed the torch to you, Brian.
So you're saying no on the 4-player stream
because I have plans, Brian.
Okay, that's fair. Listen, if I left my apartment now and again, I'd probably have plans too. Huh? Maybe I'm super popular, AJ, and you just don't know. Maybe I've got a date on Halloween. It's anybody's guess. If you're guessing against all that, you're probably correct. All right, let's get to the main crux of the show. After we give a shout out to GameCast, specifically White Tiger with the Canadian $2, says, got a Pro now for PSVR2. What are the top 5 Pro patches? Ruh-roh. I guess that would be No Man's Sky, Gran Turismo 7 with the positional reprojection that is allowed on that. I'm gonna say Resist, because you can play it at 120 hertz native rather than 90, because when you're flying through the city, it actually does make a difference. I feel like you feel it in your stomach or something. It's great.
It's going to be Rush VR.
I was gonna say that was gonna be my number 4. Nice. Well, because again, this is when you notice frame rates more than any other time, right? When you're just like flying or swinging or whatever. Most of the time, I think if you're just walking around shooting people, you're not going to notice the difference between 90 hertz and 120 hertz. But at that speed, at those sharp turns and all that, yeah, I think it's gonna make a big difference. I don't know, man. Like maybe Arcanage. I don't know. It's a good question. Like
Arcanage looks so fucking good on a regular PS5.
Yeah.
There's no way. You get some shadows and subside. Mm-hmm. I'm so close to getting that thing. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll hold out for Black Friday since it's so close. Maybe I can see if I can get one on Black Friday. But everyone's been super supportive. I appreciate each and every one of you, and helping me get there faster. I've had a lot of personal things I've had to take care of first, but I really, really am super close to getting that.
Nice. Just quick shout outs to Nick Mulo in the chat saying the ghost that materialized in this Phasmophobia teaser says he doesn't look like any existing ghost model.
Ooh.
So there could be more to this update than meets the eye, literally.
I would never, Izzard. I would never.
What do you say?
Auction the beanie.
Oh, I'll buy that shit.
No.
I'm just going to go with Arcanage as the fit number 5 because
okay.
Because like you said, it already looks stunning on the PS5, and then it's like you go into the Pro and you don't even notice how much better it looks. Like it's better, right? But you're just like, oh, I don't think I noticed anything, and then you try to go back to the PS5, the base PS5, and you're like, oh no, I guess I did notice. And a lot of, I think a lot of pro support is like that, where it's like, oh, I don't know if I really noticed anything, and then you try to go back and it's like, oh no, there was an improvement. All right, let's talk about some Madison. AJ, Madison,
Yes.
what a perfect time of year to talk about Madison. This is amazing.
It is. I've already had my fill of Madison for the month.
What have you done? You played it on your channel, and you played the first. You only played for 90 minutes, but you like blasted through it or something, right?
Yeah, I played literally from where the game starts. You know what I mean? To after the maze, and it was torture. That's the one where I had the heart monitor, jump scare counter, was experimenting. You know, I stole Miles' stuff. As everyone says, and, but it was so much fun. But goddamn, that game's scary.
Here, there's a lot to unpack with today's Madison news, and it's not even today. We are getting caught up a little bit today, so bear with us here.
I've got it pulled up here, Brian. Madison had
it on the screen.
They had a new update. Do you want me to read about it? Or
go for it, man. Go for it. I'm tired of talking.
They say, "Hi, everyone. We're beyond grateful for your interest and support all this time. To share a bit more about the DLC and its current state, here's where things stand. At first, the Maxwell's Curse was meant to tell a completely different story. I wrote the script and we even began development, but not long after, everything went on pause. I realized that the story I was trying to tell deserved to be a full game, not just a cut down version for a DLC. So the project was restarted with a new direction. Sometime later, after several months of work, I finished the second script, the one the current DLC is based on, and that's what we're working on right meow. A few details. The story takes place after the ending of the main game. Ooh, Brian.
Ooh.
I said fucking ooh. It features a new playable character. So I guess we do know what happens then. I like the ambiguous ending, but that's okay. It's 100% connected to the base game, and it will be free. Woo! That is awesome. That's the biggest. I haven't read this yet, so that was a nice little build up. Nice little surprise reading that. Little shock as I was reading it. Thank you all so much for being there. We'll be sharing more soon, and it won't be long. That is awesome, Brian. This is obviously one of the greatest horror games, one of the greatest horror experiences of all time. Best VR games, period. I think it's in our top 10, really high up there. And yeah, it was a huge surprise to hear that it's getting DLC, and it sounds like they've got some really good plans for it as well.
Yeah, it's actually not a surprise that it's getting DLC. The Maxwell's Curse has been announced a long time ago, like I feel like years ago. And when every time people ask what happened to it, I always say the same thing. And I'm kind of patting myself on the back right now, AJ, because I was like, it probably became much more than simple DLC, and it's probably becoming a full-fledged sequel. And that's exactly what happened, which is pretty cool, right? Because I definitely think Madison needs a sequel, and I'm really, really happy that the story that the writer, the creator of the game over at Bloodiest was, he's obviously very passionate about this story. So I'm glad he's moving forward and basically already working on a full second game. But also wanting to deliver on his promise of being like, hey, we told you that there'd be free DLC. So we're also doing that, but we had to start over because what we're working on became too big. And I think I think it's really, really cool because I don't think too many people would have been, upset if he had just said, oh, listen, the DLC became way too big. And now it's just officially a sequel. I don't think too many people would have been upset. I think a lot of people were happy with Madison. I think we were all very satisfied with what we got, and to find out that, hey, this turned into a sequel would have been fine news for everybody. But the fact he's actually delivering on the promise of free DLC, I think is really, really cool, especially since it follows the story, immediately after the ending, which of course we're not spoiling, of Madison proper. And I do think that, if there is any ambiguity left at the end of Madison, I think this is cool because I do think there's, knowing that you're playing as a different character, there's a couple different ways they could go with this, and I'm kind of excited to figure out which direction they choose. I'm trying to be as vague as possible when I talk about this stuff because I accidentally screwed it up before, and I don't want to screw it up again. I love you guys too much. I messaged the developers and said, awesome news about the DLC, awesome news about the sequel. We're very excited for this. What are the chances that any of this is coming to PSVR2? And I've not gotten a response. So I'm going to keep you guys posted the second I hear anything. But I will say, my guess is it all depends on Perp's involvement. Because it seemed like when Perp got involved with Madison, that's when it came to VR. That's when they had the publishing rights for the VR version. And if we're getting free DLC for Madison VR, I think it's going to come down to Perp. And whether Madison 2 comes to PSVR 2, I think I'm guessing Perp probably has first right of refusal. So a lot of question marks there. But this, I can't imagine this was anything but an awesome success for Perp. So I got my fingers crossed, AJ. He's talking, isn't he? He's talking.
I am also muted. Sorry. Yes, I was saying, I think this is also maybe what, yeah, this is definitely one of Perp's biggest games, biggest and best games that they have. They should do whatever they can to support it and keep supporting it, keep it going. Because yeah, this one is going to be talked about for pretty much forever in the VR scene anyways.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. I gotta wonder, when it comes to especially free DLC, like how, especially small teams like this, how much are you really willing to give us for free, right? The fact is, it's going to be a new character, which means they're probably going to get a new voice actor, maybe give us some new arms in the game, and all sorts of new stories. But do you think they reveal a new section of the house, or what? Or I mean, obviously the way that it's constructed, there's a lot of room to just kind of show us whatever they want to, right? Is it a lot of the stuff that they show in Madison clearly aren't actual rooms in the house, right? The elevator scene specifically brought us to places that don't belong in anybody's house. And so I like this ability for them to be able to kind of go anywhere with it. But I'm also like, well, free DLC, how is it going to be an hour, 90 minutes, right? Any new locations? Are we going to be backtracking through anything? I have no idea. But I think that also depends on how successful Madison's actually been. And, you take the No Man's Sky approach and you're like, well, this DLC will convince even more people to buy it. So maybe it's worth spending the extra time and money on.
Yeah, I mean, they gave us a lot of info here. Takes place after the ending of the main game, new character, still connected. So yeah, I was thinking, like, my first thought was, oh, maybe we go back to 1987. To have something has got to tie in with some of the story or characters somehow. But I don't know. It could just be completely new.
As long as we don't go back to the church. I don't want to go back to the church. I hate the church.
Oh my God.
The church is so stressful.
Oh, the church was very stressful. I mean, if like the maze was very stressful and somehow the church made it worse. I love this game so much.
Me too. I feel like the only way I'll ever play it again though is if I stream it, right? Like somebody's like forcing me to do it. I'm like, okay, cool. So, a perky PSVR2 game cat in the chat said, didn't someone mention noticeable benefits on the Pro for Madison and the Midnight Walk? Madison runs at 90 native on the base PS5 and it looks fucking good.
Yeah, it's like perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing that really stands out is the stuff that I like, right? The shimmering from the lack of anti-aliasing, meaning that it's like a nice hard edges instead of the soft blurry edges on things. And so I don't believe it has PS5 Pro enhancements, but I could be wrong on that. I have no idea what they're doing with the focal point on the DFR. That could be super sampled 2x, and I have no idea. But the Midnight Walk does definitely run better on the Pro. It's a little stuttery on the base PS5 ever since they upped the resolution, and on the Pro, irons almost all that out. like to the point where I doubt most people would even realize that there's a frame rate stutter here and there. It's good. It looks like, according to Bitmappy, it looks like Wallace and Gromit might be out because of time zones.
In the UK, yeah.
Yeah, and if it's out, then I think we're good to go on impressions and stuff.
Oh, well, I haven't played it yet. But I will tonight, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you this. Because I
played I didn't get enough time with it yet.
All right. Well, listen, we'll sneak preview for the Bryan bite, you guys. It is. I think it looks wonderful in the headset. I do. That was my biggest concern, right? Because the claymation is kind of the point here, and I think it looks great. I think I love putting I like putting my hands up to the camera and seeing the fingerprints, of the sculpted claymation. I think they did a really good job with that kind of stuff. So charming. Wallace and Gromit are awesome characters, and the story is great. I will say this though, you switch perspectives between each scene. You're either playing as Wallace, as Gromit, or the RoboCaddy or whatever it's called. And I kind of only like being the RoboCaddy because then you get to see Wallace and Gromit on screen. Right. And that's the charm. When I'm Gromit, I think Gromit's like super adorable and charming and like the reason to watch the show. And like it's his expressions that I'm watching for. And so when you are Gromit, I'm like, can we just get through this scene? Okay. So I think it's good. And I think if you're a fan of the show, I think, or the shorts, you'll love it. I wish it was a little more Job Simulator-y. Right, because that's kind of the situations they put you in. First of all, heads up, click turning only. It happens.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, and there's no locomotion at all, right? Like every so often you'll find another place where you can teleport to on the other side of the room, or a little further down the path. And so like you just use this kind of stair mechanic where like a little circle will fill up, and I'm like kind of bummed about that because again, these are beautiful worlds. Beautiful claymation worlds, and the animation is great, and the design of it all looks really good. And then you just like, I want to walk around, but it's clearly a budget title. It's obviously selling for less than $15. If it's 10 quid, it's probably $12.99 at most, right? USD. So it's a no-brainer if you're a fan of Wallace and Gromit. But I wish there was a little bit more like, hey, experiment with whatever you want to, instead of like being told what to do and then you do it, and that's kind of the end of the story. But I also haven't finished it, so maybe it opens up a little bit. I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah. Oh, Madhouse Markio, the spooky underground game cat. Oh, that people are changing their names.
Spooky underground game cat. Bryan
says, "Is it too much Rick and Morty like?" Kind of. It's kind of the deal, right? I personally like Wallace and Gromit more than Rick and Morty, so I enjoy being in that world more. But yeah, it's very, Job Simulator light, but it's fun. It's fun.
Cool. I will hopefully check it out tonight.
Yeah, I'll finish it up tonight and hopefully get a Bryan bite out tomorrow. And that'll be that.
Just cool to have that. Yeah.
What's up?
Just cool to have Wallace and Gromit on PSVR2. Go ahead, Bryan.
Yeah. And I alluded to it earlier, but I know people are going to crucify me for saying this, but I'm always going to be honest with you guys. I actually like the claymation in this better than the Midnight Walk. I think it looks better. I do. I honestly do. I think it looks better, and like it's detailed and smooth. But again, you're not walking through the world, right? It's not dealing with all the complications that full locomotion and smooth turning and all that brings to a VR game. So so the static places that you hang out in, yes, they look better, but you don't get to walk through them, so that's a downside.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, Ryan, I can't imagine it's any longer than 90 minutes. I think it's the same game that they already got on Quest that they're getting on Steam. So I wouldn't expect any more than that. But I don't want to say because I haven't finished it yet. Madhouse Markio says, "Is it because of the brighter colors too, making use of the OLEDs?" Yeah, I think so. I think that's another great reason why this game stands out. It looks nice and clear. The colors really do pop. And when I'm in there, I'm constantly looking at my hands. And when you're the RoboCaddy, you have these kind of skinny metal arms, and it's just kind of fun to do this for some reason. I don't know. But, Fifth with the Australian 5 says, "Just wondering if the GC in GC13 stands for Gamer Chick, GAMESCAST, or is it because of her favorite person, God Cannon?
No. Well, it's definitely not that last one. It's Gamer Chick.
It's Gamer Chick. Yeah.
What up, Tiff? Shout out, Tiff.
Yeah. Why couldn't it be GameCat? Huh? That wasn't one of the options?
Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's all of them. It did say, oh, he said GamesCast. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He probably meant GamesCat. GameCat.
Sure.
Your GamesCat.
I mean, that's how the name GameCat came to be. Brett was too goddamn high to say it properly.
Yeah, I remember when we interviewed BJ from Legendary Tales, Urban Wolf Studio. Shout out BJ. I remember him saying, "I'm so excited to be here with you, GamesCat people." I fucking love you, BJ.
Yep.
Yeah,
man. When are we going to hear more about the Legendary Tales DLC?
I know. Hopefully, January. February. February.
Right.
February.
Oh my god. Yep. I'm seriously having anxiety attacks just thinking about all the games that I've got to cover over the next 2 months. Fortunately, I think a lot of them are going to be really good, and that's the best part of all this. AJ,
Is it time, Bryan?
I think it's time to play a little 4-minute challenge. It's your turn to host, which means AJ possibly has picked out a game. Sirens on my end. It's either a PSVR1 or PSVR2 game, and you guys out there, and this guy right here, 2 thumbs, have an infinite amount of yes or no questions, but only 4 minutes to ask them all in, figure out what PSVR1 or PSVR2 game it is. Sirens, 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 sirens. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
Intercell. Link. No, interlinked. Cells. Cells. Interlinked.
Turn me on, dead man. Let's go. Are you ready to do this?
Bryan, I just want to apologize to you and the cats in advance. This is really hard.
Flux. It's Neptune Flux, you guys.
This is way harder than Neptune Flux.
Okay, so that means listen, guys, take this as a hint. It's probably a PSVR 1 game. It's probably a game I didn't even review. Actually, look up to see if I reviewed it, because I'm going to ask that as a question.
You probably reviewed this.
All right. Well, here we go. I'm going to.
But I'm just letting you guys know this is hard mode. This has 26 ratings on the store.
Baby, there's one thing I'm ready for. It's it being hard. On your mark.
Oh my god.
I know. This is why your family and coworkers should not watch this show.
Yeah,
ever.
please don't.
Please don't. On your mark. Get Des. Go. Did I review this game?
Oh shit! You were really gonna ask that. Hold
He's
on.
already AJ in the fuck
Restart the clock. Restart the clock. Restart the clock. Yes, you did. And never mind. Yes, you
Hold
did.
on. I'm restarting the clock. Okay. Yes, I did review it. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
I reviewed a lot of crap though. Dave Keeper says, "Are there any pancakes in it?" Let's ask if there's any pancake houses in it.
There are no pancake houses in it.
All right. Is it first person?
Yes.
Does it suck?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Obscure, not sucky game. Is it underwater?
No.
Okay. Is it every game's gonna be available on the U.S. store, right? It's on the U.S. store, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you shoot guns?
I really wanted to do.
Do you shoot guns? Do you shoot guns?
No.
Do you shoot guns? Do you shoot guns? Okay. Do you fly? Oh my god.
Technically, maybe, but
Okay.
no.
Is there any rhythm element involved?
No.
Okay. Is it horror?
No.
Do you use the aim controller, or can you use the aim controller?
No.
Can you use the move controllers?
Yes.
Can you also use the DualShock?
No.
Was it a launch title?
No.
Can you play it flat screen?
No.
Okay, so VR only. Is it on like Steam or Quest? Is it like another on other platforms?
I think it's on Steam.
Okay, is it a puzzle game?
Sort of.
Does it have full locomotion?
Yes, sort of.
Are you in some kind of vehicle on some?
Oh my god. On some what?
Yeah, are you in a vehicle? Let's just go with that. Make it simple.
No.
Okay. But it sounds like you maybe on rails or something. No.
You are. I can't say anything.
Okay.
No, it's not on rails.
Okay. Is it an experience more than a game?
No, it's a game.
Okay. Sky in the name. What game are you even thinking of, Markio? Looper's wondering if it's a strategy game.
No.
Oh, they're probably thinking Sky World, right? Is that what you guys were thinking of?
It is the only genre of its type. It is the only game in its genre.
Is it Endless Runner?
No.
Okay. Is there multiplayer?
No, I guess what it's the genre it's described at is different. No, there's no multiplayer. The genre it's described at is actually pretty common. Two things it mentions.
Is it like a city builder, town builder type thing? Anything like that?
No, it's not a city builder or a town builder specifically. No.
Okay. Let's see. You said it's first person, but you're not shooting guns. I can't remember.
No guns.
Okay. Do you race?
No.
Kind of puzzly. Are there any third person elements?
I would say that it's technically not a puzzle game, by the way. But I think it's similar to a puzzle, like puzzle adjacent. Are there any third person elements? No.
Okay.
Only for maybe a cutscene or something.
Is it realistic or realistic?
No.
No. You said it's not horror, right? Is that what we said?
It's not a horror game.
Did it ever have sequels or prequels?
No.
Oh shit. And you can't play it flat, so it's not Kona, but that's a good guess. Shit. It's not on PSVR 2?
Name some regular genres that you would usually name. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. Probably not.
I'm going to literally take the first actual suggestion of a game that we get in the chat, whether it's right or wrong. And I'm gonna
you out of time already?
We are out of time.
You got no, dude. I mean, it's a hard.
Is it Fated to Silent Oath?
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry, Cats. I know this was probably like the hardest fucking thing ever. Released July 20. Oh, that would be so good. You said it was underwater though. Released July 27th, 2021 by Trebuchet Studio. It is an adventure simulation where you grow. It's a flora builder with a world's past to uncover and an immersive living soundtrack. Very artsy. I enjoyed this game. It was number 10 on my top 10 games of 2021. It is, in fact, Brian, wins and leaves. And I think you can fly technically because you can like teleport fly, but you don't actually fly.
Were there wind gusts or something like that?
It was like you had like wings and there was like poles you could teleport to.
Oh, right. I remember that. Yeah. Because you went from being like really slow mobile wise, and then suddenly you see those symbols and fast grappling. Oh my
26 God. Ratings on the store. I actually really like this game. Wish more people played it.
Dude, I think this could have new life on PSVR 2. I think that if they, got rid of a few rough edges, made the climbing and the locomotion more fun, and honestly, I don't know, they could really utilize a better color palette. I think on PSVR 2, this could be pretty good.
Yeah. I think nobody would buy it again or play it. But
right, because no one bought it the first time. Exactly. Well, dude, when you name a game wins and leaves, I'm sorry. Like, there's just not enough people out there who are as artsy fartsy as me and like artsy fartsy things.
You gave it a 7.8 out of 10. Grow entire forest from nothing in a pretty big open world. Lengthy 7+ hour campaign with a satisfying game loop. Great music and sound effects. Visually enjoyable time mechanic. That's right. It had that cool time mechanic. Fun platinum trophy to go for. Oh, Did you get the platinum for it?
Oh God, no.
Okay, I maybe didn't told you. I don't know. Maybe somebody else did. Low resolution vision. Oh, you know what? I remember. I think I had one trophy that got bugged out that I couldn't finish it. Low resolution. These are the negatives. Low resolution visuals, despite having a PS4 Pro patch. A few strange control decisions. Wonder which one those were. Might be too slow.
Climbing was really weird. Like I remember being like, I want to like climbing should be fun in VR. Reach. And no, I'm just kidding. Reach is. I just saw Mark in the chat.
Reach has very fun climbing, sir.
I know, and but I wanted this to be fun climbing because that's a big part of it. Climbing trees and getting fruit and whatever and all that.
Yeah,
and it was just like you can just reach blank air between the branches.
Yeah. Okay,
and it's like as long as you're in the tree, you're climbing. It's very.
You're
weird.
Like in the collision box or whatever. Yeah, might be too slow paced for or monotonous for some gamers. Needs option to turn tracking grid off completely. Oh, I remember that one. Right. Yep. I think they did that actually. Occasional game crashes. Yeah, I do remember that as well. But
this is sounding like a very fair review, AJ. 7.8 sounds exactly right, and I definitely enjoyed this one quite a bit, even though it had some serious flaws. I did enjoy it more than Reach. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
crazy.
Not every game has to be high octane.
You know
action.
What? Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Yeah. Comic book guy with the 5 quid. See, we got your tip in before we called it a day this time. Says, just had a thought, but what are the chances of Karma the Dark World getting a VR mode now? And Wallace and Gromit is 10 quid. That is phenomenal. What are the chances of Karma the Dark World? Who made that? Is that the same team that's doing Made of Scare?
I have no idea. I don't know what.
Let's see. This is Pollard Studio.
Looks comic booky, maybe. No, definitely not comic booky. Usually when people mention something like this, it's something that caught their interest and looks pretty cool. There was another game somebody mentioned in my little Ask AJ section. Cax in Caxinus Town, hashtag the Game Cat, was asking me about this game called Ayla, AILA.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked at and then I watched the trailer and I was like, holy shit, like this looks like it would be really sweet in VR.
And then you went to their Discord and saw that one of the most recent comments in their general chat was me asking the developer, hey, what are the chances we get this on PSVR2, you guys?
Nice.
Yep.
Good job there, Bryan.
I do what I can. But we need everybody to go do it though.
Yeah, one person's not gonna do it. Mm-hmm.
And so that's really so sorry comic book guy, we don't have really any knowledge. Maybe you can help us out though. Like what are the chances that Karma Dark World is getting a VR mode now? What's leading you to think that it's got more of a chance now than it would have otherwise? Because I'm looking at the list of games they developed on Steam, and I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out for some reason. Oh, they also did Still Wake the Deep. Is that also them? No, Still Wake the Deep was what's it called? The Chinese Room. Right. So I'm lost, man. I am lost. Anyway, but here, I mean, listen, you know what to do. You know exactly what to do. We gotta get. Everybody needs to go to the Isla Discord, AILA, and go be like, hey, we really want some PSVR 2. Go to the Unmourned Discord and say, hey, we really want some PSVR 2. Go to Karma Discord for the studio that I already forgot the name of and say, we want some PSVR 2. And most importantly, we need to keep on Bloodiest games and we need to keep on Perp games, because we said, hey, we reached out and asked about Madison 2 and the Madison DLC, Maxwell's Curse, and say, is it going to be on PSVR 2? But they need to keep hearing it, right? They need to keep hearing from all of you guys, and you know, I'm sure maybe a deal's already been made, but just in case it hasn't, like, please, like, let's make a little bit of noise and let them know that we are very, very interested in this. Jason says, can we do that to the makers of Golf Plus? Yeah, we definitely should.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah, that we definitely should. Yeah, I'm all for something, you know, if you really believe it can sell as well, like try to do a little research or think, you know, you know the community well, and if it's something you do think can be successful enough, like absolutely, like assemble.
Yeah,
Game cats, assemble.
And honestly, man, like, if this is something you want to be part of, like, it's definitely been a movement of PSVR2 gamers getting games to be on PSVR2. Things are happening because of you guys, all that stuff. Really, come join our Discord. It's a good centralized location where everyone can kind of organize. And since so many of these developers also have their own Discord and for their own games, it's so important that that we organize and say, and kind of make it a concerted effort and say, hey, everybody, let's go. And I don't want to like call it a raid, but it's kind of a raid, right? Like, let's go raid this person's Discord right now. I think we really made a difference when it came to, crap. What was that one called recently? Dread Meridian.
Mm-hmm.
Their Discord was basically dead when then the game was announced, and like all of the game cats went over there, and like that's all they saw for a full day. Hey, this would be awesome on PSVR2. Hey, any chance you can bring us to PSVR2? That's all they saw for a full day. If you think that they didn't go to bed that night going, we fucking got to bring this to PSVR2, like obviously that's what they're going to be thinking of, right? And so I think we need to start organizing raids on different Discords in like, but in a concerted, organized effort, and also a very, cordial effort as well. We don't want to be mean to anybody. We don't want to threaten anybody. We want to make sure that they know we're a very pleasant group and that
we're always a pleasant group.
I've seen some people throw around Without Parole's name and say, I'll sick Without Parole on you guys if you don't blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa. Don't fucking walk around with the Game Cat moniker saying shit like that and using Without Parole in your, little discussion. So I just want to make sure that we're all super nice about it. Anyway,
that sounds cool.
Okay, that is enough of that.
Emily Baxter called me out. I'm not gonna lie, Brian. I am about to both fall asleep and die of starvation right now.
Perfect. Well, we should probably do then.
Thank a couple people.
I was going to say cue the cat, but if you want to thank some people first, thank you to everybody who supports the channel financially over on patreon.com/withoutparole or by being a member over here, or by tipping during the show. You guys know it means the world. You're keeping the lights on. You might even help me fix my Jeep. Oh boy, that's going to be an issue. But again, money is always secondary. Thank you guys so much just for being here and being part of the discussion, being part of our Discord. We love that you're hanging out. We are making changes in the VR space because of you, because of your efforts. So thank you all for being here. We love you very, very much. And of course, there's a lot of people who sit back and watch the show and don't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there and we love you just as much. AJ, can we
cue the motherfucking cat, Brian? Because I am so hungry and tired, and Jason RS is making me hungry and saying, at AJ, make air fried salmon with quinoa and broccoli. That sounds delicious. Quinoa, sorry. Kino is a character from Ninja Turtles too. And also a game you can play at a lot of bar restaurants. Mad_double_vegan_night peeps. Good night. I'm just gonna fucking go to sleep today. I can't do this right now. Guys, said fist bump to you. No, we got this shit. Let's go, motherfuckers. Chop chop. Bye bye, you wonderful, lovely gentlemen. Thank you. Alessandro Bartola. Ciao, ciao. Thank you so much, Dan, Kiefer, Bitmappy. Thanks, Brian, AJ. Have a good week. Cats, you as well, man. The Fenner PSVR2. Let's go. Let's bring more. Let's bring PS Move games to PSVR2. Sushi. Oh, sushi's on. So you guys are killing me here. Steve, but old school game cat in the house. That's cool. Steve_IRE. Wave to you. Secrets of Sia's Mad House. Markio, the spooky underground game cat. Says instant burst of energy. Or actually says instant burst of injury, which sounds dangerous and painful. Ian Stanbridge, don't think about pizzas, AJ. It's the worst thing you can do while hungry. That is true. I haven't had pizza in a long time, too. It's crazy. Aceville VR, and that's nice. Says later, G Cats. So good to see Aceville. Always a pleasure, my friend. Secrets of Aceville's like the secret boss of he's like the secret boss of Without Parole, right? Like, how some games have like a hidden boss that you can find. It's Aceville. It's got to be.
I mean, all I know is he's from Brooklyn.
That's all I know is that you don't go and you don't go and attempt Aceville to find Aceville unless you're ready, unless you're prepared and watch like 3 guides. Then you can talk to Aceville. Evan Yabu, thank you so much as I can go for some beef stew. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. Scott, the PSVR Game Cap for Life, says it's spooky week next week. Woohoo, it damn sure is. TGK2 says take care. Be safe all. Oh, that's very sweet of you, TGK. Colin Love says AJ was born to do outros. That's right. That's right. I was born for this, and now I'm born to go eat something and fall asleep. Dave Keeper also says, oh, so good.
Looper said, this is the third time Wins and Leaves has ever been picked. Previous were January 17th, 2022. Brian to AJ, guessed it in 20 questions. February 28th, 2025. Brian to Miles, failed. Also, the winning streak is now
I was
broken.
the first.
Way to go, AJ.
I know, it's my fault.
Yep.
Wait, I thought I've picked Wins and Leaves before, but I guess not.
Guess not. Your memory can no longer be trusted. Good night, everybody.
Yep.
We love you all.